In this video, everyone, we're going to give you the facts about the abandoned Jetberg car dealership and why I think it's still there. I'm not really sure why I haven't filmed this for the channel already, everyone, because the location of this dealership is actually in Derbyshire, and people that follow the channel will know I live in Derbyshire, but I have been keeping a close eye on it. In this video, everyone, I want to clutter it with facts. What I mean by that is I have done the research. I didn't want to make a video where I'm simply standing there and showing you the cars that are remaining. This is quite an important location. It's quite an important site, and it's quite well known. And I think it deserves to have some good information given in the content of this video. So let's give it a go. So Jetberg, or Findacar Easilease as it's really known, was set up originally on the Companies House website, which is the UK government's website. Anybody can go and check on that website. It's a public source information. Everything in this video is public source information. Jetberg Limited was created on the 3rd of November 1976, and believe it or not, to date it is still filing documents on the company's website. In fact, the last one was documented and filed on the 20th of September 2023. So the site has featured quite a lot in local newspapers, including Derbyshire Live, and I'm going to give you some quotes from what they said in an article that was posted, I believe, in 2017. There were calls in the article to actually knock the building down. It is unfortunately open to vandals. It's an open site, and although the cars themselves were behind a fence or a barrier of some description, obviously that's been smashed open, and obviously kids are going in there. They've made an absolute mess of what's left there. You can walk from the front of the site to the back. There's no restriction whatsoever. The reports in the paper suggest, and as you'll see on the images on screen, everyone, that the site is potentially dangerous. It's been sitting abandoned since 2002. There has been calls by the local community, and I believe the council has sent in building experts to determine whether the structure is actually safe or not. So as we said, the business closed in 2002, and the cars that were left behind included a Lada Samara, a Vauxhall Astra, a 1986 Austin Metro, a Rover 820, which was later purchased by the guys of Maverick Motors YouTube Channel. It's Maverick Motors YouTube Channel that has kindly given me permission to use some of the footage on one of their videos. Please go and check their channel out. I'll leave a link in the description below. And then there was, and what still remains there today, a H-Reg automatic Maestro and a Vauxhall Cavalier. They are actually the only two cars that remain on site at the time of filming this video, everyone. So as we've said, the site has been abandoned since 2002, so why is it still there? Well, there has been a council enforcement action notice put on the site, which I believe was for overgrown vegetation. More about that in a minute. There have been 6 planning permission submissions and approvals on the site to build what I believe would be 14 new builds, but each time the submission has been approved, the 3-year time limit that you have on them has lapsed. The last approval being on the 13th of December 2019, so again that has lapsed. So we said a moment ago that there was enforcement action by the council. There was some vegetation cut down, and I think that might be one of the reasons why people were thinking it was about to be completely demolished. But of course it hasn't. It is quite obviously still there. So why do I think it's still there? So yes, everyone, I'm sitting in my smart car today. If you're new to the channel, We have a fleet of cars on the channel, and well, we basically document what we get up to with these cars, and we go to car shows and we film those, and we film other owners' cars. So if you are new, why don't you check the channel out and maybe even consider subscribing, because it's completely free to do so. I wanted to end this video with just a thought as to why I think one of the reasons might be that the site remains as it is today. I'll put it on screen now. As part of the planning application and approval, there are a couple of things that the council set out that they required the owner of the land to do. One was to make a payment called an education contribution, and that payment, using some fancy calculations that only the council probably can understand, came to £34,197.03. They also wanted what was called a medical contribution. Again, this is obviously to help the local area, and that was £5,326. That's quite a lot of money. Now, I appreciate if you're going to build up to 14 properties, you can build that value into those properties, but it does make me wonder if that's one of the reasons why it's not been built. Other than that, I can't answer it. What I can suggest is I don't personally think it's going to be built on for years to come. I do genuinely think that the building is either going to collapse, or the council is going to put some kind of enforcement order on it to enforce it to be demolished. I genuinely don't see it going anywhere anytime soon. If I do find out that it's going to be going somewhere, you will hear from it, or you'll hear about it on this channel, because I am determined to capture the moment that those two poor remaining cars, the Austin Maestro Automatic and the Vauxhall Cavalier, are finally dragged out of their home, almost their grave, I guess you could call it, couldn't you, everyone? I am determined to film that, so I will, of course, be keeping an eye on an area, and I will keep an eye online just to see if any information comes that suggests that actually they're about to move. But I genuinely don't think that time is coming anytime soon. Hope you enjoyed that update on the abandoned car dealership in Derbyshire, everyone. If you did, consider giving the thumbs up, because it really does help build the channel, and there'll be a link somewhere here. Why not subscribe? Because we've decided we're going to add more abandoned stuff on this channel. Thank you very much for watching. Enjoy whatever it is you're driving, and I'll see you soon.